Good afternoon. I hope everyone's well. As I say, this is a general musing channel. This isn't a hard-hitting political commentary. This is a random guy from Cheshire pontificating and giving his thoughts and opinions. I don't claim to be anything different, and I thank you for your understanding. I've noticed something quite interesting in the past week or so. We've got two different elements in the right wing at the moment. You've got Robert Jamrick, who's vying for Tory leadership, and he's talking about the things that a lot of people online are talking about, such as demographic change in the United Kingdom, why this is a concern, and also about English identity within the context of the broader United Kingdom, as well as upping up Irish, Welsh and Scottish identity and saying that we need to celebrate all elements of the UK equally. Okay, so you've got that element, and then you've got the other element, which is Nigel's element of reform. Now this is quite smart from a political standpoint. We know from all opinion polls and surveys that the country, by and large, is not liberal like our establishments. They are small c conservative. That's a fact. You can take that to the bank. Look at the data yourself, you'll come to the same conclusion. But it's also smart to have the working class vote not focus on the demographic change, and having the upper class, the Tories, focus on that element. Why? Because if you have the working class elements, the element that's voiceless, or the element that's always that's always paid lip service to, but never indulged, if they talk about that, it cannot be legitimised, because it never has been. Ever since the working class man has had the vote in the 1920s, they've had lip service, but they've never had anything. They've had the crumbs that have been thrown at them, and that's pretty much it. So if that concern was raised by that element of the right wing, the establishment can just not do anything about it. However, if Jamrick does it, and he gets the Tory leadership, he's establishment. And if establishment are talking about it, and they get in 2029, and Reform clean up the red wall, maybe Reform actually the senior partner in the government, because they've got more seats and so they have more collateral. Maybe the Tories sweep the shires in the south, and together they build a right-wing coalition of like 500 seats all over the UK. That would be amazing, and that is the smart play, because it does two things. It puts the right-wing parties in power, and it also puts Nigel at number 10, because he would have the most seats, so he would have the legitimate claim to being Prime Minister. He would get to implement all of the policies that he cannot talk about, because they're not being brought by the working class people, and so can be thrown aside. They'll be brought in by the establishment, the money men, the elites. They'll be bringing in those voices. And as such, Nigel can appear to be the moderate. He can appear to be the adult in the room. He can appear to say, listen, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to talk about demographic change. The mean Tories are making me do it. Everyone's a winner, baby. That's all I'm saying. Look at the politics at play. Look at the different factions and how they can all work with each other. It's like 4 or 5D chess. You just need to be thinking of all the angles, which is what I'm doing here. If you think I'm making some interesting points, and you think I am onto something, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and comment below if you think I'm talking out my rear end. All other opinions are valid. Mine's just a opinion, one of many in the UK. Have a good afternoon. Thank you for your time.